to downward facing dog. Relax here for some nice big breaths as you pedal through your feet. Let's hold one foot all the way down, heel pushes into the earth. Try to keep the hips square here as best you can. Switch right. We always want to make sure we can see our arms through our peripheral vision here. You haven't pushed through with your body too far. Okay, knees are soft. Walk your feet back up towards the front of your mat and inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale back down. Palms to the floor, step your right foot back and sweep your arms up to the ceiling. So we want to have our shoulders here over the hips, nice and high on the back foot. And we're going to take it back down, meet in our high plank. Step your left foot back, do a little hover, right to up dog, hips up and back, down dog. Let's pedal those feet again. Getting a nice stretch through our calves. Now we're going to walk our feet all the way up towards the front of our mat. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, back down. Palms down, step your left leg back this time and sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Nice, easy breathing with your shoulders over your hips and your arms really reaching. And let's bring it back down. Step that right foot back. You're in your high plank. We're going to do a little hover to up dog. Hips pull up and back. Keep your knees soft while you make that transition. Let's relax here for some breaths. We're going to amp it up here a little bit by lifting that left leg, keeping your hips and shoulders nice and square, and switch to the right. Let's run through this 3 or 4 more times, just alternating really slowly here from side to side. So as you lower the leg, try to feel it heavy. Keep it straight. Work the full range of motion you have while you keep your hips square. Really try to slow it down as you lower. Let's just do one more on each leg. Hollowing out the tummy, making your core a big focus of today's class. Now high on the toes, drift the shoulders over your wrists and you're right in your high plank. We're going to put the left knee down, turn your back foot on its side, and sweep your right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe you take your gaze and look up. And let's bring that hand down. Back to your high plank. Little half hover right to your up dog. Hips up and back. Let's lift that left leg. Lower it really slowly. Switch to the right. Keep it going. Try to really create weight in that back leg. All the muscles back there are working. Your core is pulling in. Last one here before we drift those shoulders back to our high plank. Let's put the right knee down, turn that left foot on its side, and we're going to sweep the left arm up to the ceiling. Really reach your arm long and strong, keeping a little break in that right elbow. And bring that hand back down. Meet me back in your high plank. Little half hover here, not too low. Right to your up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. We're going to walk the feet to the front of our mat. And we're going to inhale and look up to a flat back. Try to drift your hips backwards while your spine is nice and long. And then exhale to your forward fold. Palms down, step your left foot back, sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Nice. Turn to face the side, Your back foot is on a 45-degree angle while you keep a nice bend in your front knee. Right arm reaches up. Now we're just going to spiral the arms back down to frame our front foot. Step back, meet me in your high plank. Do a little half hover to up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. Relax here for a few breaths. Walk your feet baby steps to the front of your mat. In your forward fold. Now inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, release back down. Now we're going to step back with our right foot. Sweep your arms all the way up towards the ceiling and turn to face the side. This left hand reaches up. Your other hand's on your back leg. Let's spiral the arms forward, back into your high plank. Sweep that leg back. Do a little half hover to your up dog. Hips up and back, down dog. Now we're going to bring that left foot all the way forward and sweep your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling. Nice. Take your gaze, look up. We're going to bring our hands to heart. You're going to step your back foot in a little bit. So both feet are facing forward, hinging through your left hip. Come on down. You can take your hands all the way down to your mat. Relax here for a few breaths. Spine is long. Shoulders are retracting. Hands back to heart. Come on back up. Reach the arms up. Back to heart. Step in and switch feet. Arms reach up, long and strong here. Back to heart as you hinge forward. Both feet are facing forward. Come on down. Relax and breathe. Hands to heart. Come on back up. Reach your arms up as you step in. From here, hands to heart, little squat. Just sit your booty back. Think about putting the weight between the pad and heel of your foot. And look down at your feet and see if they're in the same line. So we want our hips to be nice and stable here. Now, without moving anything, I'm just going to have you rotate your shoulders to the left. Feel a little pull through the tummy. Keep your abdominals pulling in. Come back center. Let's do the same going the other way. Now, this hip is going to want to open. Don't let it. Keep your hips nice and square. And again. And again. And one more time. Why not? It feels good. Keep your shoulders nice and broad. Okay, let's take those arms forward. Now, if we can, we're going to get into a little deeper of a squat here. Keep pulling in the tummy. Sweep your arms back. Open your chest. Sweep the arms up. See if you can really lift them while you keep them straight. Sweep them back and sweep them up and come all the way up, hands to heart. We're going to cross our elbows and connect our palms here for a little stretch. You can do either one first because we're going to do both. And then I'm going to have you, just to challenge your balance here a little bit, just take this right leg, cross it around your left. So you're doing a tiny little squat while you try to maintain this balance. And if you can't get the foot around, you can always just hold your foot to the inside of that leg if that's easier for you. But I still want you to squat down a little bit here. Nice. But try not to let the weight drift forward. We want to incorporate the muscles in the back of the leg. And come on back up. Sweep your arms all the way up. And hands back to heart. Now you're going to cross over the other way. You're going to use your opposite leg, wrap it around, or just place it on the inside of that right leg. Give me a nice little squat. Maybe you find a spot on the floor or just out in front. Take your gaze and really focus on that one spot while we try to balance here. Okay, arms come up. Really reach for the ceiling. A nice slow swan dive. Pull the booty back. Come on down. Feel a nice unweighting of the upper body. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, release down. Step your left foot back. Turn it on an angle. Sweep your arms out to the side. Come up. Open to the side. Now this right arm is going to go down on the outside of that front leg. I like to just keep my left arm going straight up. Just putting a little bit of load into that front leg while we get to keep our shoulders nice and separated. Now we're going to sweep this right arm up to the ceiling again. Keep a bend in your front knee and take it back down. You take the hand as low as you're comfortable. It might not be all the way to the floor. Just work the range that you got going on today. And every day it's different. Some days we wake up feeling ready. Other days we're a little stiff. Just be patient. Okay, we're going to spiral our arms forward. Come down, meet me in your high plank. Step that right foot back. Hold here, 5 breaths. Try to hollow out your stomach. Now, in a few more breaths, we're going to transition to our forearms. If you would like to put your knees down first, that's cool by me. Here we go, down to the forearms. 5 breaths down here. Make sure you're feeling that tummy pulling up and into the spine. Try not to drop your face. You just want to take your gaze off the end of your mat. Okay, same as we transition back up, you can always put your knees down, your back in your high plank. We're going to take baby steps with our feet all the way up to the front of our mat. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Do a nice slow reverse swan dive all the way back up. Sweep your arms to the sky. Come all the way back down. Long and strong arms. Hands all the way to the floor. Step back with your right foot. Turn it on an angle. Sweep your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling. Turn and open to the side. Long and strong arms. Keep a nice bend in this front knee. So this left arm is going to come down. The right arm is going straight up towards the ceiling. Now let's reverse it. Sweep that left arm back up to the ceiling. Come back down. And sweep it up. And back down. Now, back on your toes on your back foot. Both hands frame your front foot. Come on back to your high plank. And this time we're going to transition right away to our forearms. Belly button pulls up and in. So let's put the right knee down on the floor. Come onto your right forearm facing the left side of your room. This is sort of our starting point today. We're going to just start here by lifting the hips up a few inches and down a few inches. Really trying to get into your oblique muscle here, your side body muscles. Moving really slowly. Enjoy the feeling. Connect with the muscles that are working today. Okay, now just hold them up wherever you can. Relax here for a few more breaths. Get them as high as you can. Now we're going to transition back to our forearm plank. Nice work. See, even though we had our knee down, we were able to get good range and really challenge that side body. So it's not always about going to the most challenging level. Sometimes it's about perfecting where we start. So left knee down, left forearm, open up to face the right. So you're going to elevate a little bit and lower a little bit. Really slow here. Try to relax and calm your breathing when the work gets challenging. This feeling that you got going on in that side body is your body getting stronger, and don't you love it? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's hold them up. Calm your breath. Okay, let's take both forearms back to your floor. You're in your low plank once again. 5 big breaths here. Really hollow out that tummy. Now, as we transition back up to our high plank, feel free to drop your knees. You're in your high plank. Now, everybody's going to bend their knees and press your hips back towards your heels. Come forward, do a half hover, push back up, bend your knees, push your hips back. Now, when you do that half hover, you always have the option to put your knees down, bend the knees, press back, big stretch for those lats. One more half hover, right back up, push your hips back. Now let's go to a straight leg, meet me in your down dog. Whew, that always gets the heart rate working. Okay, let's take baby steps just halfway up your mat so you're in the middle. Walk your hands back to your feet. Open the feet a little bit wider than hip width, almost out to the edge, but not quite. Now drop your booty, press your hands against your shins, retract the shoulders and make them broad. Hold and breathe. Now push out your heels. They're not going to move, but get that really big activation in the booty. So keep pressing isometrically. A few more breaths. Now lift the arms parallel to the floor. Keep pressing your heels out. Your toes might be pointing in a tiny bit. Maybe you drop a little lower. Now to finish this off, see if you can lift those arms. Whew. Keep the heels moving out. And forward fold, relax. Nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. Your feet haven't changed position. Inhale, extend flat back. Drift your booty back. Exhale, release it down. Walk your feet in a tiny bit, one little step. So they're still a little bit greater than hip width apart. Toes are slightly pointing in. Hands are on the floor. Drop your booty. Look beyond the front of your mat. Press your hands up against your shins. Activate those heels isometrically. Arms out in front. Elevate the arms. Keep pressing the heels. I want you to feel right here the big muscles in your butt being challenged here, and your upper back because you're raising those arms up. Now relax, forward fold. Whew. Walk the feet in. Heels and toes touching. Lower your butt. Press your hands up against your shins. Ooh, hard to balance here. You got to get a lot of recruitment of that core to help you stabilize. So pull the belly button into the spine. Activate all this in the leg. Extend your arms here. Squeeze your knees. While you squeeze your knees, I want you to push your heels out. So we're getting activation of the inner thigh and activation of the booty at the same time. Arms come up. Hold and breathe. You got this. Hollow out your stomach. Are your arms straight? 3 more breaths. Push it with all your might. Heels pushing out, knees pushing in. Forward fold, relax. Open your feet back up, hip width apart. Whew. Go where you feel stable. Retract those shoulders. Feel a nice unweighting of the upper body. Palms down, step both feet back. You're in your high plank. Relax here and breathe. Okay, right knee to the floor, right hand in the middle, open to the left side of your room. Keep the toes tucked under on your right foot. Keeps you nice and stable. So from here, we're going to elevate that left knee, stack it on top of the, elevate the right knee, stack it over that left foot, high side plank. Hold it here. We're not here long. 3, 2, and 1. Knee comes back down. Lift your back leg. Sweep the foot forward in line with your hip. Lower to the floor, lift it back up. Sweep it back behind you. Bring it forward. Get it as high as you can and then lower it. Heel and hip even. Sweep it back one more time. Forward. Relax it. Lift it. Take it back. Hold it back. Hold it up. Give me a little pulse up here. Little pulse. Leg is nice and straight. Hold it. Press your heel towards the back of the room. And relax onto all fours. Whew. Whoever said that was easy. Let's just do the same thing on the other side. So left hand in the middle, right foot steps back. Sweep your right arm up. From here, we're going to take it to a high side plank, stepping that left foot back. Put that knee back down, tuck those toes under, elevate your back leg, sweep it forward, lower it to the floor, lift it, sweep it back. Lift it as high as you can when you get it back there and make it straight. Bring it forward, lower, lift, right arm reaching to the ceiling, again forward, lower, lift, sweep. Press your heel towards the back of the room. Your leg is really stiff. Little pulse up. Come back onto all fours. Oh, how about a child's pose? I think we deserve it. Relax your feet, open your knees. Grab your towel if you need it. Relax your forehead down. Arms can be anywhere you want. Whew. Feels good. Breathe. Feel that nice stretch in your lower back. Okay, move your towel to the side. Bring your knees back together. You're in your quadruped position. We're just going to do a little bear here. Maybe get a little fancy with it. Maybe not. Elevate the knees. So you can hang here and you can lower them and then you can lift them again. You can keep doing that. Or you can lift your left knee up to the left elbow. Bring it back into your bear. Switch right and back. You can extend the left leg back and do the same with the right, keeping the knee low to the floor. We can run through that one more time. So knee to elbow, right knee, extend the leg back behind you, switch it. Now, drive your heels towards the floor, push your booty back, walk your hands back, meet me in your forward fold. Nice, easy breathing here. Okay, inhale, extend to a flat back. Reverse slow, swan dive to standing. Sweep your arms up and back by your side. Turn and face the right side of the room. Let's take the feet nice and far apart, but not too far that you don't feel stable, right? Clearly, I could take mine a lot further, but I'm not going to because this feels good. I'm going to push my booty back, bend my knees a tiny bit, and I'm going to come on down. So I've got a long spine. Just going to relax here, getting a nice pull through the back of my legs. Now I'm checking my feet and both toes are really in the same line. I'd like you to do that too. Now we're going to extend to a flat back. Let's take the left wrist and shoulder, line it up. Drift your hips back more because I know they want to come forward. Elevate the shoulder as best you can. Lower it to where you started. So wrist and shoulder, same height. Drift the hips back, almost like you might fall backwards. Elevate the shoulder. And back. And again, lift. Keep pushing your hips back. Lower and lift. When I really try to lift that shoulder as best I can, I get a fabulous stretch in my right inner thigh. I hope you're feeling that. Okay, let's take that arm down. I think we beat up that one enough. Switch right, take a peek, look at your wrist and shoulder. Hips push back, elevate, and lower. So the more you do this, you might get a little more height each time, which would be fabulous. Make each one magical. Like, this is on you. This is your job to really lift that shoulder. If you want your body to change, you've got to challenge it in a safe environment. Keep those hips drifting back. Maybe you open that shoulder a little higher. Come on, we got 3 more. Okay, hand down. Whew, that's never easy. Walk your feet together. Stay in your forward fold, facing sideways. Now let's just sort of drift the hips forward here. So you weight the toes, drift back, weight the heels, forward and back, moving really slowly. Feel the difference in the pull behind the legs when you push the hips back. More activation of the front of the leg when you pull forward. So we want to find sort of a happy medium, somewhere between the ball of your foot and the heel to feel stable. Inhale, extend, flat back, breaks in the knees, tummy pulls in, big, slow swan dive back up to standing. Reach the arms all the way up. Try to pull in the rib cage. Exhale back to neutral alignment. Turn and face forward. Nice job. Big deep breath. Little squat here. Keep your arms up. So look down at your toes. Hopefully they're lined up. And your knees are just by the first 2 little toes. Hands to heart. A little bit lower. Arms out. Belly button pulls in. Sink a little lower. Maybe you go as low as you can. Keep your shoulders broad. Hands to heart, hold your squat. Sweep your arms back behind you, chest is open. Hands down, step back, meet me in your high plank. Do a slow hover all the way down to the floor. Come up onto your forearms, baby cobra. Your feet are straight in the back, your toes are tucked under. Engage your glutes. So nice little pull through the 6-pack muscle group here. That's why I like to hold this for a little bit. So if you've been doing those slow sit-ups, I know you're feeling this. Okay, let's put the chest down on the floor. And let's put your hands right by your chest. Your neck is long, so you're not dropping your face. Now make sure your heels and toes are lined up, so your heels are not opening out to the side. Straighten your legs. Press your heels towards the back of the room. Now, suck in your belly. Pull it away from the mat. Keep that activation. Lift the chest up a little bit. Hands stay down. Neck is long. You're not lifting your head to look anywhere. You're just keeping your neck nice and comfortable. Chest back down. This is not a huge move. Heels push to the back of the room. Tummy pulls in. Elevate. And lower. Heels back, tummy in. Elevate, don't forget to breathe. People always forget to breathe here. One more, lower, release it. Reactivate, lift. A lot of erectus spinae muscles, the muscles that run along your side, doing work here to elevate the chest. Now, if you want to amp this up, you can just do the same thing without your hands on the floor. A lot more work because you're not getting any assistance here, just using muscle. Breathe 3 more times if you can hold it. And relax. Okay, press up, right back to child's pose. Open up the knees a little bit, drift your hips all the way back, sit on your feet, relax your face to the floor. Just breathe. Should be feeling a really big stretch in that low back after doing the work you just did. So let's stay here for 5 fabulous breaths. Okay, come on back up. Meet me in your bridge position. So we're going to have our feet a little greater than hip width apart. Your legs are bent. I'm just going to suck in my belly and roll down till my whole body is on the floor. I'm going to keep my arms up this time. You might want to walk your feet in a little bit. They should be just a little bit in front of your knees. And another way to gauge is to just see how, if you can almost touch your heels if you're in a crunch position. Your feet are where they should be. So when we bridge this up, I want you to activate your inner thighs. We're going to C-curve the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. You can have your hands down on the floor if it feels better for you, but start to elevate. And you don't have to take it as high as it's possible for you to do. I'm sure you're already feeling the glutes and hammies. Now we're just going to roll down, suck in the belly. Really in slow motion here. C-curving the spine back down to where you started. Release everything. Tuck in, hollow out the stomach, start again. Roll back down. I'm going terribly slowly. Sucking in my stomach is my biggest focus here. Raise back up. Now, I'm going to ask you to really think about getting your inner thighs working here again. I'm going to remind you, your knees are not touching, obviously, but you should be isometrically pulling them together. They're not going to move. Just hold that activation. And if you're ready to amp this up, we're just going to take the right leg, lift the heel up to the ceiling, that leg straight. Flex your foot. In slow motion, 5 counts at least, you lower the leg till both thighs are at the same height. Once you're up there, hold it. Put that heel down on the floor, that foot. Suck in the belly. Activate your inner thighs. Do the same with the left leg. Lift it up. Get it straight. Heel over hip. Foot flexed. 5 counts down. Hips are not dropping to one side. They're staying nice and even. When your thighs are at the same height, hold it. Relax that heel to the floor. Now, I'm going to have you bring your knees together and work your inner thighs, pushing your knees into one another. Give me a little pulse down and a little pulse up, moving very slowly. I want you to concentrate on keeping your belly pulling down an inch, up an inch, squeeze with all your might. You should already be feeling the inner thighs talking to you. Now hold the hips up, open the knees, release them, and pull them together again. Squeeze as hard as you can. Open, opening just the hip width. Squeeze in. It's not a huge move. Open and squeeze. 15 more. They want to scream at you right now, but you got this. You got to make each one special. You're squeezing in, you're holding, and then you're letting go. Reactivating from scratch each time. Nothing like training using the weight of your body. You can make it as hard as possible here to really challenge and grow muscle. Stick with it. Allow your body to feel that. Don't fight it. Such good core training. This is one of the best exercises you can do. Actually, I say that about so many of them because I love them all. Okay, we're getting close to 15. I'm sure one of you are counting. I find it kind of hard to talk and count, but I'm definitely feeling lots of screaming going on with these inner thighs. So I'm going to C-curve my spine down very slowly while I squeeze my knees. Oh, relax your arms. Extend your left leg all the way down along the floor. You're going to pull your right knee into the body. Now I'm going to have you take your arm on the inside of that right leg and grab the outside of your right foot. Lift your heel so it's up towards the ceiling. Half happy baby. So getting a nice stretch through the muscles you just worked. Pull your knee down towards the earth a little further if you can. How are we doing for time, Mr. Malloy? We're done. Okay. Switch sides. Right leg out. Pull that left knee in. Bring that left arm to the inside of that leg, but hold the outside of the foot. Elevate the heel till it's over your knee and use your arm to pull that knee towards the earth. I apologize for going over, but we got a little bit of a late start. I appreciate your patience. I thank you for being with us. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Let's release that foot. Roll yourself up onto your feet. Come on up onto the toes. Whew. Lift those hips up. Hang out here. Get a bit of blood flow to your face. Drift your hips back. Micro bends in the knees and do a slow reverse swan dive to standing. Nice and slow. Sweep your arms up. Hands to heart. Namaste. I love all you guys. Hope you had a fabulous 45 minutes. Thank you so much for being patient with us this morning. We upgraded our software, so we had a little issue.
But glorious.
You pulled it together, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Shirley, look at Shirley relaxing. How nice. How do you guys feel?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Ready.
You ready to take on the world?
Yes. The world. But I want to take on the world over there. It's sunny and warm.
It is. I tell you, 80 and sunny. It's so beautiful. We're all here with me. There's plenty of space. When things get better,
I'll
y'all
sit
need
up
to come
there.
and join us. We're going to do Fort Lauderdale Koga weekend.
It'd be
Perfect.
amazing.
I think we're getting closer to that point, though.
I'm getting my shot on Saturday.
Ooh, you're gonna be a
Oh,
superhero. Yes.
Wow.
that a girl.
Good
Awesome.
stuff.
Is Canada getting better
Awesome.
with COVID?
They're actually about to start rolling out for the seniors. So 1936 and up or around there, they're allowed to actually, as of today at 8 o'clock, they can start calling for appointments. So my dad's
Awesome.
85, so I'm like, woo!
That's
So,
great.
at least
That's
once
good
they make an
news.
appointment, at least probably him and my mom will be able to get one. So
Yay.
yay.
My
That's
mom's
great.
my mom's having surgery today at the Toronto General Hospital. She's having a kidney stone removed and she's like 88.
Oh.
So yeah, I pray that she comes out of there without COVID.
Yes, sending good
She went
vibes.
in without it, so hopefully she comes out without it.
She doesn't need any baggage on the way out.
For
Exactly.
sure. Who's looking after her, Kirsten?
She's staying overnight. Normally it would be an in-out surgery, but because she lives alone, they're keeping her overnight, and then they're going to let her go the next day tomorrow. And then her friend Joan lives in the building right next door. And then of course, I've made friends with the superintendent, and I tell them, we live in the States, we can't get there. Please look after my mom. So they're checking on her all the time. They're super nice.
That's good.
Awesome.
Good.
That's awesome.
So
Cool.
Yay.
hopefully it'll all work out.
Okay.
Okay, ladies.
Kirsten's mom.
See you.
Have a fantastic day, everyone.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye,
Be safe.
Sean. Bye, Kirsten. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ann.